Hello there, and welcome to the Bearded Peacock. It's my channel where we talk all things Leeds United. Welcome along, everybody, to the channel again. Obviously, I did a video yesterday as well looking at the Wolves game today. It's obviously international break now. There's no game for a couple of weeks till the 1st of April, but we're reprising a series I did at the start of this season, celebrating the American players, and I'm reprising it now. All American, aren't we? I did a few at the start of the season. Obviously, then I haven't done any since probably about September last year. Since obviously I last did my last one of these, we've lost the American manager. We have gained a player. Obviously, it's a players that we focus on in this series. And so we've got three lads to speak of. Obviously now Tyler Adams, Brendan Aronson, and that fella Weston McKennie is added to the spotlight, if you like. We're going to take a quick, a heavier look, a more in depth look. Well, I'm going to give my opinions on the three lads in the series. Obviously, just the two lads, like I said, played in the game, the win against Wolves at the weekend. Tyler Adams picked up a hamstring injury last week, so he missed the game, and also the US men's national team's games against Grenada and is it El Salvador? So yeah, he won't be in there, but Wes McKennie and Brendan Aronson both are. So anyway, let's get into it then and have a look at how the lads played. So we'll start with Brendan Aronson then. Yeah, I think Brendan Aronson need a little bit more from him, don't we? Really, 81 minutes he played in this specific game against Wolves. Is it 26 games? I think he's played now for Leeds this season. Only still the one goal which he scored against Chelsea very early on in the season. For me, yeah, like I said, we need to see more from him. I think in this particular game, he's been a little bit better, ironically, since Jesse Marsch left. I know he was one of Jesse Marsch's sort of go-to guys, and his first signing, um, of course, as manager, I think, wasn't he? But like I said, ironically, seems to have found his feet a little bit more since Jesse left. He just dropped out the team, hadn't he? I think, but 23 of his 26 games so far this season in the Premier League have come from the start, and this one was as well against Wolves. But I don't know. He seems to flit in and out of games, doesn't he? He's in for a minute, then he's out of it for long periods. Does something nice, runs past a couple of players, does a nice run, gives the ball away. For me, far too lightweight. Needs to beef up in the gym in the summer because he's yeah gets knocked off the ball far too easily. And yeah, I do feel we need to see more. He had that nice run a few weeks ago in Southampton, but in this particular game, I don't remember him really ever standing out and doing anything fantastic. He just needs a goal, doesn't he? And another goal would set him off right, wouldn't it? But he just can't seem to find one. The only one he has was that tap in against Chelsea. So yeah, he's doing good things, but I think we do need to see more from him now. Um, Needs to put some kind of end product behind these kind of mazy runs that he does, and like I said, needs to bulk up a little bit, fight back against these defenders because they're big lads, and he just seems to be knocked off like a feather as easy as that. Really, it's disappointing because he gets in, he does some really nice stuff in the build up to chances or whatever, and then when it comes to crunch time, he just seems to fluff it. It's frustrating. Um, but yeah, he's still a bit of a young player. He'll get there, and hopefully we stay up. He stays with us. He can develop with us. But he does seem a little bit more sure on the ball under Javi Gracia, which is, like I said, a little bit ironic because he was very much Marsch's man. So let me know what you thought about Brendan Aronson in the Wolverhampton game. But then on to Weston McKennie. I like Weston McKennie. I do. I think he's a combative, He's a bit of a wind-up merchant as well. I just think again you just need to see a little bit more in terms of finishing quality from Weston. There was a chance in the first half in this Wolves game where the ball comes across from a corner, he latches onto it and it's well wide. He gets a corner out of it. But again, I just feel like we need to see that little bit more from him going forward. I do appreciate that he's been, I think every single game he's played has been in that defensive midfield role. We know he can play a bit more attacking if needed. But I mean, to be fair, with Adams, they look a good pair, don't they? There was no real difference when Mark Rocker was paired with him on Saturday. I thought he played well. Like I said, a bit of a wind-up motion as well. He did get a yellow card for his sort of, I don't know what it was, like kicking the ball away when Wolves got a free kick. He was laughing and joking, wasn't he, about it? And they didn't seem happy, did the Wolves? But that's what I mean. Breaks up the play, winds up the opposition. It's what you need sometimes. It was what Matthias Klick obviously was very good at as well. So in a sense, he's taken his role on the pitch and also in that role as well. Like I said, I like Weston McKennie again. We do, I think, need to see a little one or two more things better attack wise from him, but he played the whole game in this one, as he has done for most of his 8 appearances so far in the Leeds United shirt. I know his debut against Forest, he came off the bench, but overall, I've been impressed with him. Like I said, just need that little bit more in attack. There was a chance against Southampton as well where he sort of flies it over the bar from a corner kick. He probably should have done better as well. We just need to see a little bit more in attack from him. But signs are good. Obviously, he plays 2 more games. We stay up. The it's triggered, isn't it? That loan is triggered into a permanent deal. I would very much obviously like to see that one being as well that we would stay in the Premier League. But yeah, I think Weston McKennie would be a very smart option in the summer. Like I said, hopefully we stay up and it will be triggered in the Forest game or the Palace game. I can't remember which one comes first because I assume he probably will play against Arsenal as well. But his Champions League quality, I think, like I said, we just need to see a little bit more from him. But in this particular game against Wolves, I thought he was very good and combative, wound up the opposition, tidy in his passing generally. I think he had a 79% success rate with his passing, so that's not too bad, is it really? And that's generally what he does. And I love the pair of Adams and McKennie. Obviously, you can see the camaraderie, the connection, the understanding between the two of them. And I think that's showing very well for us. But Rocker as well beside him is also a good fit for him as well, I feel. But anyway, let me know if you're American, you're watching this, because it would be great to hear what your thoughts on it, where you're watching Leeds United from. Has your sort of following of the club reduced since Marsh left? I know there was a big fanfare around Jesse Marsh when he was here, and and Americans got on board immediately, didn't they? I don't know if that's still the case. Let me know in the comments below where you're watching it from. If you're watching in America, and are you still fully behind Leeds United? If you're new to the team, and obviously anybody else, let me know what your thoughts are on the two lads, on Adams as well. I know he didn't play in this particular one, but we'll keep an eye on how they do in the international break. Obviously, I think their first game is Friday, perhaps. So we'll keep an eye on that. Obviously, we've got various others in other countries playing as well. So until the next one, I'll obviously look at them against Arsenal as well and how they did. Thank you very much for watching. All American, aren't we? See you on the next one.